It's Rob Burnham, aka Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of comic book reviews. This time I'm reviewing X-Force, Casualty of War. And what happens in this comic, it starts off with the Brotherhood of Mutants invading X-Force's headquarters that they're at right now. And it starts off with Toad, Siren, and I think this is Warpath, and they're all talking before they fight. And what happens after this, up above, we see Sauron and Shatterstar, I believe it is. Shatterstar. And they're up above fighting in the air, and they're bickering back and forth. And what happens is that Shatterstar gets away from Sauron real quick because he doesn't have the right weaponry he needs to take on Sauron, I think the name is, I believe. And he escapes from him. And then we see Farrell's sister and a couple of more of the new Brotherhood. I don't really know these mutants that well, but they're breaking into, like I said, X-Force's base. So what happens is they go in there, and then they're met by Cable, Cannonball, Boom Boom, and Farrell. And they start a big fight. And what happens is it cuts back to Warpath, Siren, and they're fighting Pyro. And Pyro's getting upset because Siren's not really paying attention to him. So she uses a sonic boom to his throat to knock him out. And then Toad shows up and attacks Siren and is about to use his resin on his hands to try to close her mouth to suffocate her. And then Shatterstar shows up and helps her deal with Toad, while Cable and Farrell and Boom Boom and Cannonball is about to fight the Brotherhood that's in the hangar with them. So after this, the Brotherhood shut the lights off and the fight begins, and Farrell goes after her sister while Cable takes on this mutant that has the ability to, I guess, take people's powers or whatever. I'm guessing that's what she does, because in this panel she takes Cannonball's invulnerability away from him, and that leads into what happens at the end of this comic. And then Farrell and her sister continues their fight. And like I say, Cannonball is no longer invulnerable for a good little bit. And then Farrell winds up getting kind of beat up by her sister, as we see in this panel. And Sauron comes into the hangar, and then Cannonball goes after Sauron. Even though he's not invulnerable right now, he still tries to attack him, knowing it possibly could either kill him or severely injure him. And when he goes after Sauron, Sauron uses his taloned wings, and it looks like Cannonball has died. So we'll have to see what happens with that. That's the end of this story, and then we have a little story about Weapon X, and Weapon X is going up against Hydra, it looks like, and to stop them from smuggling stuff. And he fights through Hydra, and then they're at the end of this little short story. At the end, there's these couple of mutants that he runs into that he has to deal with, and that's the end of the comic book. My question for y'all is, if y'all have ever read X-Force Casualty of War, what y'all like about it? I like that we've seen characters that I ain't really ever seen before. I like the Farrell character. I've always liked Cannonball. Boom Boom's pretty good. I've seen her on the X-Men Evolution cartoon. And Cable's always like seeing Cable. But as always, Rob Burnham, aka Preacher Man R&B, signing out. Guys, GG's awesome. It's been an episode of Retro Land Comments. See y'all next time.